Hey everyone, good morning. James Azar here with CyberHub Engage. It's hump day, it's Wednesday. And for a lot of us, it's the day after Super Tuesday. It's also a day where there's so much going on in the cyber realm. And let's get right into it. For our headlines for today is Wednesday, March 4th, 2020. And here is what we got cooking today. A Chinese security firm says CIA hacked Chinese targets for the past 11 years. DoppelPaymer Ransomware Slams Supplier to Boeing and Tesla. Academics find 30 file upload vulnerabilities in 23 web apps, CMSes, and forums. And let's Encrypt to revoke 3 million TLS certificates due to a bug. And now for your daily cyber briefing, brought to you by our friends over at Get Smart Technologies. Make sure you check those guys out. Great new product launching at the end of this month, and we'll have Dexter on to talk a little bit more about that later this month as well. China is firing back. China's largest cybersecurity vendor has published a report accusing the CIA of hacking Chinese companies and government agencies for more than 11 years. The report, authored by Ho36, doesn't matter what their name is, they're Chinese, claims the CIA hacked targets in China's aviation industry, scientific research institutions, petroleum industry, internet companies, and government agencies. The CIA hacking operation took place between September of 2008 to June of 2019, and most of the targets were located in Beijing, Guangdong, Xinjiang, according to the Qihu researchers. Qihu claims that a large part of the CIA's hacking effort focused on the civil aviation industry, both in China and in other countries. The Chinese security firm claims that the purpose of this campaign was a long-term and targeted intelligence gathering to track real-time global flight status, passenger information, trade freight, and other related information. I guess Flight Radar 24 does not exist in China. Qihu says it linked the attacks to a CIA based on the malware used in the intrusions, namely Fluxwire and Grasshopper. Both malware strains came to light in early 2017 when WikiLeaks published the Vault 7 dump, a collection of documentation files detailing the CIA's arsenal of cyber weapons. WikiLeaks claims it received the files from a CIA insider and whistleblower, and later identified as Joshua Schultz, currently under trial in the U.S. Weeks after the WikiLeaks Vault 7 revelation, Symantec confirmed that Fluxwire was the core entry malware that they had been tracking for years. Qihu 360 analysis found that in the technical details of most of the samples are consistent with the ones in the Vault 7 document, such as control commands, compile, BDP path, encryption schemes, according to the Chinese researchers. The Chinese researchers also claimed they found Fluxwire versions deployed in the wild long before the Vault 7 leaks became public, with detection times matching the now public Fluxwire change log. The Qihu report does not bring anything new to the table. Most of the information in the Qihu report was already public knowledge that was shared and confirmed from different sources for more than 3 years. The only new information included in the Qihu report is the specified targets that have allegedly been hacked by the CIA in China, information that was not previously known before Qihu's blog post. In its report, Qihu referenced CIA's hacking operation under the codename of APT-C39. In reports published by other cybersecurity vendors, CIA hacking operations are also tracked as Longhorn, that's the Symantec designation, and Lambert's, that's the Kaspersky designation. Qihu 360 now becomes the second Chinese cybersecurity vendor to publicly blame the CIA for hacks inside of China in the past 6 months. In late September of last year, if you folks remember, Q and Jin also published a similar report blaming the CIA for hacks against Chinese aviation targets between 2012 to 2017. I will say a few things about this. This story does go on for quite a while, and there's a lot more information on here. I think bottom line is China's been embarrassed in the cyberspace by the U.S. now for about 2 years, since almost 3 years since Trump has become president, and he took the gloves off from a cyber perspective. If the CIA was really running any sort of a cyber operations, quite frankly, I'm glad they did. And if it retrieved or hindered their operation from them from benefiting from stolen IP that they have been doing in the U.S. for 20 to 30 years, then all power to the CIA to keep doing that and keep, messing with the Chinese for that. Quite frankly, I don't feel bad that the CIA hacked China. I hope there's more of that coming, and I hope it's far more devastating and cost our economy a lot more money, because they've sure cost the U.S. economy a ton of it as well. And now to another story where ransomware-wielding criminals appear to have hit a Denver-based manufacturer that supplies parts to organizations like Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Tesla, and SpaceX. Visor Precision makes components for the automobile, aerospace, and manufacturing industries with milling machines that carve parts from such materials such as titanium and aluminum. It has confirmed that it suffered a cyber attack. The company appears to have fallen victim to the DoppelPaymer Ransomware group. DoppelPaymer had set up a public website with files from companies it claims it has compromised but have not paid a ransom, and it now lists Visor on that site together with excerpts of allegedly stolen data. They also said, stay tuned, lots of to come by parts. They need some Grammarly in case they haven't gotten that yet. Visor says it's been hit by hackers, although per the identity of it, its likely attackers has yet to name names, but the security incident included access to or theft of data, the company said in a statement. Business is operating normally and that it's continuing to investigate the attack. Visor Precision will continue full cooperation with its customer partner companies and will make no further press comments at this time. That's in their statement. Lockheed Martin has made and continues to make significant investment in cybersecurity and uses industry-leading information security practices to protect sensitive information, according to Lockheed. This includes providing guidance to our suppliers when appropriate to assist them in enhancing their cybersecurity posture. Something I spoke about with Michael Maxman, the CISO over at the city of San Francisco, of how large corporations can help and assist some of their smaller vendors in their quest for cybersecurity and cyber safety. Again, this is a down chain cyber attack, and these ransomware gangs are naming and shaming, trying to get victims to pay, or at least cause them damage if they're not getting paid out of pure spite for their business goals, as well as to set the example for their next victims that if you don't pay, then we'll do to you what we're doing to these guys. Visor, really, really good job. You are a victim of a criminal gang that's trying to blackmail you and extort you, and you should never give out to that extortion. There's a big community of cybersecurity experts that want to help organizations deal with this stuff, so you can reach out to us if you're interested. I'm sure you've got a lot of help on board right now, but any way that the community can help, just let us know here at CyberHub Engage. We'll be glad to help. To another story where through the use of an automated testing toolkit, a team of South Korean academics have discovered 30 vulnerabilities in the file upload mechanism used by 23 open source web application forums, store builders, and content management systems. When present in real-world web apps, these types of vulnerabilities allow hackers to exploit the file upload forms and plant malicious files on a victim's servers. These files could be used to execute code on a website, weaken existing security settings, or function as a backdoor, allowing hackers full control over a server. All the file uploading vulnerabilities were discovered using Fuse, a new automated penetration testing tool created to uncover unrestricted file upload and unrestricted executable file upload vulnerabilities in PHP applications. The research team said that prior to building Fuse, they analyzed past file upload bugs and identified the 8 most common exploitation patterns and techniques. Fuse consists of these 8 patterns, along with 5 new variations devised by the research team. After they built Fuse, the research team said they selected the 33 most popular web apps, including the likes of forums, CMSes, enterprise products, and online store builders. The research team, which consists of academics from the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology Constitution and the Electronics and Telecommunication Research Institute, said they individually tested Fuse against the latest version of those web apps. This was done in February of last year, so over a year ago. Using a series of automated requests, the researchers exploited file upload mechanisms in 23 web apps in an attempt to plant various types of malicious files, including PHP, JavaScript, HTML, XHTML, and htaccess inside one of the tested web apps. The researchers said the test unearthed 30 file upload bugs and impacting 23 of the 33 applications they tested. They've reported all of those bugs and obtained 15 CVEs from 9 applications. 8 vulnerabilities from 5 vendors have been patched. 5 vulnerabilities from 4 vendors, including WordPress, confirmed that they were addressed the reported vulnerabilities. We've been reporting a lot on WordPress bugs recently, so keep an eye out for that, because that is a great tool that they have developed over in the South Koreans. Job well done, security researchers. And now to our final story of the day, where Let's Encrypt will revoke over 3 million certificates today. due to a bug in their domain validation and issuance software. A bug in the Let's Encrypt certificate authority software caused some certificates to not be properly validated through certificate authority authorization configured for an associated domain. CAA is a security feature that allows domain administrators to create a DNS record that restricts the certificate authorities that are allowed to issue certificates for that particular domain. As part of the rules for these features, authorities must check CAA records at most 8 hours before a certificate is issued. A bug in their CA software called Boulder caused a domain and a multi-domain certificate to be checked numerous times rather than all the domains on the certificate being checked once. This caused certificates to be issued without the proper CAA checks for some domains. The bug, as Let's Encrypt explains, is the following. The bug: when a certificate request contained n domain names that needed CAA rechecking, Boulder would pick one domain name and check it n times, which this means in practice that if a subscriber validated a domain name at time X and the CAA records for the domain at time X allowed Let's Encrypt issuance, the subscriber would be able to issue a certificate containing the domain name until X plus 30 days, even if someone later installed CAA records on that domain name that prohibit issuance by Let's Encrypt. Due to this, today Let's Encrypt will be revoking 3,048,289 valid certificates, which is 2.6% of their overall 116 million active certificates. For those affected, Let's Encrypt has emailed users who must renew their certificates by tomorrow before they become invalid. To check if your domain's affected by this bug and needs to be renewed, you can use the tool at https://checkhost.unboundtest.com. You'll see that link also on our website and social media. Simply enter your domain name and the page will tell you if you are affected or not. Those who are not affected will be shown a message similar that will read: the certificate currently available needs renewal, but it is affected by the Let's Encrypt CAA rechecking problem. Its serial number is, and it'll give you your serial number. And then it'll say, look for your client documentations for instructions on how to renew your certificate. With only they're revoking this stuff today as we speak. So if you're using Let's Encrypt certificates, please make sure you go check them. We'll have the link on our website at CyberHub Engage, as well as on all of our social media pages. That's it for today's daily cyber briefing. Tomorrow we will be at the Atlanta Cybersecurity Summit with our friends over at Data Connectors. Stop by, say hello. If you haven't registered, go to cyberhubengage.com now and get your free pass. We hope to see you tomorrow at the Atlanta Cybersecurity Summit, where this daily cyber briefing will be coming live from the event. That's it for today. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow at the Atlanta Cybersecurity Summit. And until then, stay cyber safe.